Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Sides, One Love. I'm Melissa,
And I'm Cecile.
and we are your favorite mother-daughter duo. And this podcast is about bridging the gap with laughter and love. So, as y'all can see, today is actually Valentine's Day. So we decorated it up a little bit to,
The
celebrate the
hearts.
holiday. We love love around here.
Yes, we do in all its forms.
So, just a little judge for the set,
Mm-hmm.
aka my living room. Let's get into it, Let's get it on.
Yes, let's get into it.
How was your week?
Oh, my week was fine. It warmed up, and
Yes, it is warmer outside. Yes.
it's a nice cool 70
Yeah.
degrees yesterday, and so we're back to
Normal.
normal. You know,
Normal conditions. Yeah, my week was pretty good. I think I've been very effective this week.
it's good.
Not procrastinating.
Yeah,
So
it's a thief of time in life,
I
boy.
am proud of myself for that
Mm-hmm.
because I got too much going on to be procrastinating. So I'm trying to get better at managing my time. That's why I like to be busy because it forces me to
It
manage my
does.
time.
When you got to do it, you just got to do it.
So, yeah. But okay, so let's get into some current events.
Ooh, child.
Last week we spoke about the Guthrie case, and there's been some development, so we wanted to touch back on that. Um,
Has there been developments, though? He's just reporting, but nothing new, really.
the only development was the man in the ski mask at the door, but we don't know who that
No, he was
is.
fully masked.
Yeah,
The
that's what I said with
hands,
this.
the
Yeah,
thing,
he showed nothing. So it's
I
probably
don't
the biggest
know.
development was that somebody was at her house tampering with the cameras and all of that, but you still can't see who it is, what it
I feel
is.
like they have the trainee group from the FBI working on this deal because
Or they're
I,
just not
I
telling a lot to the public.
well, they're certainly inundating us with the news. So if you're not going to tell
Well,
us anything,
it's just partly because her daughter's a public figure. If she wasn't, nobody would even know about this.
that's very true.
So
It wouldn't even be a thing. But I
since
know
it already made news, you kind of have to keep. I'm sure that they're not telling us.
I think it has been there up to three ransom notes allegedly, deadlines that have not been met. We don't know why. Um, their reward money is up to 100,000
But
for
they could pay
anybody
that
with
in a heartbeat.
information.
It can't be about money.
It's not about money. It's where is this 84-year-old woman and what conditions, if she's alive,
Alive.
hopefully, is
Well, they
she
took none of her
experiencing?
medication, and she's 84. And now we're going on like a couple weeks. So
Well, sometimes these doctors over medicate. She's probably doing better
I hope
without
so.
it.
I hope that's the case.
Because
I
boy,
hope that's the case, and not
I
the
hope the will to live and get through a situation. Sometimes that will alone is all that you need to stay alive.
I hope it really is not
I
somebody
really
from her
hope that this
family.
woman did not lose her life because of some
Over a hundred
stupid
thousand dollars. It
over
can't be that. It can't
anything.
be because of
No,
that.
it
That's
can't be.
crazy.
No, 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 no. No, the families are offering 100,000
Oh,
for anybody with
oh,
information
I want to know what the
leading to her
ransom note is. That's
recovery.
like a tip thing. I want
No,
a
no, no, no. I'm
ransom.
sure. I think the ransom was 4 million in Bitcoin.
I
That
didn't
was
hear
one
that.
of the things we
Why
heard.
Bitcoin? It's not even doing well
I guess it's
anymore.
untraceable.
But
I
it's not
don't
even
know.
doing well.
This
It
is
just yeah.
just
I don't know.
yeah.
Something else is going
I
on.
mean, to be honest, if there was a show on television with this scenario, I'd be like, these people,
Something
these
else is
writers,
going
yeah, these
on.
writers need to up their game. But it just shows that truth is stranger than fiction sometimes.
But there might be some fiction. Maybe
I'm sure there's something we
everybody
don't
not
know.
telling the
There
truth.
is definitely something that the public doesn't know.
Yeah.
Definitely, but it's got to come to an end.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I pray that she's alive and did not lose her life senselessly. That's all I pray.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I hope they're not torturing the old lady.
I doubt it.
I mean, they took an old lady.
Who? I
Who takes
mean,
an 84-year-old?
you can't get her to walk
That's
fast.
what
I mean,
literally. Why would you? I don't understand.
I don't. I really don't. It's one of these things. I hope that there is some explanation at
Yeah,
the end of this. But whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be very
Yeah.
nefarious. Unfortunately.
So yeah, we'll keep
Mm-hmm.
covering that, I
Yeah,
guess,
we will see
until
what
we
happens.
yes.
We'll see what happens.
Yes. And then also what has been in big news, as we know, the Epstein files have been released. I don't know if it's all of it, some of it, or whatever the case may be. There's been files released.
People have been going in and reading it,
Yeah.
certain sentences or whatever, periodically. I don't know what that's about, but
Yes. And apparently our dear president is mentioned in there, I think over like 35,000 times or something like
it's
that.
5,300 between him, Marilago, and his wife.
5,300 or
It's
53,000?
50. I think it's 5,300 times.
I think it's I think it's
Well, if you're
like
mentioned
53,000.
over 5,000 times in anything, what difference does it make? I mean,
You know who wasn't mentioned in there?
my
Obama.
boy Barack Hussein
Obama.
Obama.
Except for when the white Republicans are talking trash about him and they back in they communication, that's the only time he's mentioned
Right,
because
right.
they all are haters of
Yes, all the things.
So
We're just intimidated by his greatness. Hey.
yeah. And I don't know if you all saw, but they said the person who's the head of the school picture company, Life Touch, who basically does,
Life Touch.
I think, all of the school pictures that I've ever
that's
seen.
the only one I've ever heard of in my time. So
he is apparently mentioned in the Epstein files, and I think he got fired or had to step or certain schools were cutting ties with it due to him being mentioned.
and he's
In the
made
Epstein
enough money,
files.
so he's fine.
Yeah, he's the only company I really
I hope
know
I
of.
hope your picture wasn't sent to Epstein.
Right.
Yes, you had quite a few Life Touch pictures yourself, Shawty.
They probably like the little blonde blue eyes, maybe. I'm not.
Yeah, but sometimes they like themselves
They
a little
do.
flavor.
Yeah. So who knows, y'all? Who knows?
They like the flavoring.
And then shifting to pop culture news, obviously the Super Bowl just happened this past weekend. There was Bad Bunny performing. Apparently, it was the most watched halftime show in Super Bowl history. So shout out to Bad Bunny.
Well, shout out to the people who gave him the publicity to make people.
That's the thing.
So the curious watchers and the
people
fans.
who hate y'all make people watch more.
It's crazy. People don't realize that.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. And the fact that they still had that other concert going on was insane.
Kid Rock, go sit down. Go kick rocks.
Who cares?
Kid Rock.
Y'all are really just
You're not relevant, my boy, and it's okay.
They're just pressed over 13 minutes.
Yeah. Those 13 fun-filled minutes, though, that's minutes. For sure.
The set design and the camera work was unbelievable. Very nice.
I mean, I can't even imagine coordinating that in 13 minutes, and it seemed seamless. I mean, I'm sure that there are whatever behind the scenes, but it's a fantastic production that they.
My only critique is that him and Cardi B did not do "I Like It Like That." That's my only critique.
Yes,
because she was there and she was right there. She was in.
I would have loved to have seen that. Even for 20 seconds, 10 seconds, that collab.
That might be both of their biggest songs. It's an 11-time plat, which is a diamond record.
It should have been.
I don't understand why it wasn't performed.
Because they were right there. Yeah, it would have been.
That's my easy and they're good friends and all the things. So that was my only
critique.
Yeah, I didn't understand why he didn't bring her out
when she was right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess maybe, I don't know. She was preparing for her tour. Her tour just kicked off, so maybe she just couldn't commit to doing it. I don't know. She
was right there. It's like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I think. But I know, but it may seem simple as
it looks easy. Yeah. Exactly. It looks easy to us, but sometimes it's not.
So that's my thing. I know people are like, "Huh, Lady Gaga, interesting."
She did a great job though, and it was a great. I think so.
I think she did the best she could with that song. I don't know why she chose that song to turn into a Latin song because it's a very powerful, like slow ballad.
Maybe they're trying to appease the,
No, but they didn't need to. There's a lot of up-tempo songs that she has that I feel like could have gone better with a Latin
and
flair.
She has fantastic vocals. So,
then,
I mean, she could
doing Die with a Smile with the Latin flair. I didn't get that part.
But I think she did I really think she did a great job. No, I think she did the best
she could with that. I'm confused by the song choice.
Yeah. A lot of times I am confused by song choices. Sometimes I say, like, out of all the songs that this particular artist sings, that's what you chose, But
But that was this year's. That was this year's Super Bowl. Who do you want to do next year's Super Bowl? Who would you like to see?
Sean Paul and Buju Banton.
I you joke,
Oh my!
but
I mean, whoo!
I think
And World Boss.
I think if they could get Sean Paul, Buju, and
Oh
Vibes
my
Cartel,
God!
I actually do think it'd be really
It
dope.
would be fantastic.
Because think about when Vibes Cartel came out of jail and he performed in New York, like
It was crazy.
It was completely
It was
out.
news. It was literally world news.
Yes.
I'm like, this is crazy.
So they packed out Barclays and all that for him. So
and
Sean Paul's run in the early 2000s. Do you know the amount of features he kept? Keisha Cole, Beyonce, Maya.
Sean Paul is truly international.
He was such a crossover
And
in the early 2000s.
And long term. Between him and Shaggy,
they
are the crossover long term
with the R&B girlies. They were doing so many songs.
Yeah, I mean,
it really would be a fun time.
It would be.
Very interesting.
It would be a fun time. It would definitely, yeah. I'd be here for it.
All I know is in the next few years, they need to have Beyonce do it again. Do you know Beyonce, when she did the Super Bowl, she did it before literally arguably her best albums came out.
Yeah.
She did it before Self-Titled.
And it was a fantastic
job. She did it before Lemonade, before Renaissance, and before Cowboy Carter.
Mm-hmm.
We could get a whole new set that don't even have nothing to do with the other. Like,
even if she didn't, she could. She's as far as I'm concerned, when it
like she's had a whole nother career. Her production, since 2013,
and her performances. She is.
It could be a whole
undeniable.
New thing. It would be undeniable. Like
she is. Yeah.
I'm waiting on Act 3. Beyonce, please hurry up. I need the music.
It's coming. I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah, she posted the other day in her bob, so everybody was speculating, like, are we about to get the music? Are we about to get the music?
You know how she operates.
Because she posted it. Somebody was like, oh yeah, you never know, child. You never know.
love her style. Love the love that.
She keeps the surprise going.
She does.
Somebody was like, maybe she'll release another song during the Super Bowl. They said Beyonce don't do the same thing twice. No. She's not gonna do it again.
As they used to say in Jamaica, don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing. So, and that's her style.
Yeah. Also,
so in other news.
Oh, what are you about to talk about?
No, you go.
I was just gonna talk about Glorilla's sister, who Boosie has dubbed Brorilla, and I think that's hilarious because she's like a stud. But she and Glorilla look exactly alike.
Really?
But she's just a stud.
Oh, okay.
So Boosie calls her Brorilla.
Well, that's a great. I think that's a great caption.
Yes.
Keeping it real.
So her sister has been on the internet talking about Glorilla doesn't support them or her parents and blah blah blah. She did a TMZ interview, and in the TMZ interview, they asked her, "So what amount of money could she give you that you would be satisfied with?"
There's never an amount. This
is when I knew that she's just BSing because she said $2,500. That doesn't even cover people's bills.
I wish it covered mine.
She said all she would need is $2,500.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, girl, you're good then.
They were like, I'm sure she would give you. They were like, I'm sure she would give. Like, are you sure? I'm sure she can give that to you. Like, are you sure that that's the amount that you need? Because I'm sure she can give that to you.
It doesn't even make sense.
No,
it doesn't make good sense.
And then she posted.
Go sit down.
Then she posted the other day, I made $200,000 in the last 5 days. I'm about to be my network.
$200 in 5 days?
$200,000 in the last 5 days. And then she said my network is about to be
$1 million. $3,500?
Well, she's saying she made $200,000 from talking about her all week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well there's
not from a real job.
There's your money, baby girl.
So she said her network will be $1 million by the end. In the next 5 in the next one, it'll be $1 million. Her network. Not net worth, network.
Oh, girl, go take several seats.
Yeah.
Well, she's getting her little money, so. Has Gorilla answered?
She posted.
Which she probably shouldn't, but they can't.
Yeah. She posted text messages of her mama being like, "Thank you so much, Gloria, for sending this to us." And there was also videos like her. She gifted her father like a Jaguar, like a car, for his birthday and stuff like that. And she also got on live with her mom, and her mom was like, "No, let me thank you for everything you do." Type shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's not relevant. She's trying to be relevant.
Yeah,
let
it's
her
very,
leave her alone.
very strange. But also,
It's not strange. This is how
Gorilla has
people
like
are.
nine siblings. Can't
Yeah, she
take
has a lot of siblings.
can't take
You know, you can't
care.
get everybody
I
happy.
can't take. And then she said, "If I didn't F you before I had money, why'd I F you now?"
And I totally agree with that.
And then also when the girl posted that she had made the $200,000, she was in like a new chain and all this, and they said that's why she ain't give you no money because you just gonna waste it.
Exactly. And it's never enough for people
No,
like that.
if you
If
don't
you
work enough,
send
you
them
always gonna need money.
$100,000, it's never
You're always going
enough.
to need money because they don't do
Yeah,
anything
so
with
you just
it.
leave them alone. I'm sure there's history behind their relationship
Yes.
where she has decided that I'm just going
And
to leave
also
you
this
alone.
notion that because somebody has hit songs or that they
It's
have all this
not
money,
your job to
like
take care
not even
because
that,
you
but they
happen to have
assume
made
that you have
it.
all this money. She has more than you, but she has to pay a lot of people also.
And guess what? Even if
If
she
she
does
did it,
have the
it's
money,
yeah,
it's still
it's still
hers.
yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So all these people have to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, people don't understand when you make more money, it's usually you
Agents,
have to spend more money.
promotion, you would be
You have a lot of
surprised.
expenses that you have to
You know,
pay.
even when you see these athletes that have these fantastic contracts, if you really see how it's dissected, you know, you'll be amazed.
Athlete money is way better than music money, though.
Oh yeah, definitely, it's a lot better. But I mean, it's fully half that they're going to see
I mean, but
from a lot
that's
of these contracts.
that's always. But the difference is if you get a contract for $40 million that's guaranteed, I'll take the 20.
Yeah,
Whereas music is not always guaranteed
it's
money.
never
It's
guaranteed.
about how well this song
There's
does.
so many.
Whereas like
Yeah,
if Steph has 0 one night and he got 50 the next, he got
you still
paid. He
getting
got
paid the
paid the
same.
same. So music is the song doing well? Is it being streamed? Are you touring? Are you not? Like it's
What kind
so
of
much.
contract
Yeah.
you got with Spotify? You know,
Yes,
all
all these
that.
things that so it's a
Yeah,
little different in their
it's very, very
money
different.
versus other industries. So this
Very, very
notion that
different.
people got all this money, it's
No.
not.
And even if they
They
do,
did. You're
it's
not
not
obligated
your
to it.
money.
No, you're not obligated
You
to it.
know, I hate the fact that
What's so
people
funny is though
believe.
people don't even realize if you what makes a person want to treat people and give money is when the people don't feel entitled to another person's money.
Exactly.
You acting entitled is immediately
And
what makes people not
ungratefulness
want
is
to.
definitely my
Yeah,
kryptonite.
that makes you
I
not
hate
want to do it.
ungratefulness.
Then last thing with pop culture, so how we talked about Real Housewives of Potomac, what we also watch on Sundays is Married to Medicine. And in recent news, Quad and King broke up. So I saw that coming because she was obsessed with having this child and he was no longer.
Having this child that she had real no at 46 or whatever, the eggs weren't viable.
Yes, it is against odds that you will produce a child.
She was now up to going to
Three,
Ghana
yes, and
to go to some
yes,
spiritualist that would
I
help
don't know.
her.
Yeah.
And I think that
It
put a
became
big strain
on their relationship.
as it would.
I think he was maybe down for it round one.
If it worked,
yes,
fine.
if it worked.
Yeah,
But now it had been now in the show's time. It had been now round 3, and it still did not work.
And she was obsessive about it.
And it seemed like she wanted to do it again. And I think he was like,
yeah.
So it's possible he was trying to be like, what would be the end? Like,
right. What's the
4
end
times,
game
5
in
times?
case, right.
If it doesn't, how many times
and she
are
couldn't
you?
Tell him.
How many times? I don't think he even really asked it like that, but that's kind of what he was trying to get at. When would it be enough time?
But she couldn't tell him. She couldn't tell him. She couldn't even hazard a guess.
I think he was trying to be like, I think you just need to accept that you probably won't have one, at least naturally like this.
Right.
She's better off trying to get a surrogate, honestly.
She didn't have any viable eggs, though.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. They're not getting the embryos.
You have to have viable eggs, you know.
That is the issue.
Yeah, sometimes that time, it's, you
ladies
got
freeze
to
the
be
eggs or just go to that sperm donor if you don't got the man. It's okay. Because unfortunately, and I keep trying to tell people this, yes, science has come a long way and everybody looks good on the outside for 40 something because Quad doesn't look 46. She looks younger than that.
But guess what?
But your insides and the eggs are still over 40. It is a scientific fact that most of your eggs are gone by 35. Like, this is, no matter what they do, they can, like, that is what it is.
They can't change that fact.
So,
you know,
they can't change the biological fact. So they've at least created things like freezing your eggs. So, because we simply are born with a finite amount, we can't do anything. Like,
yeah.
So this, we have to get a little real about it. I know sometimes they be like, science and Science can only do so much.
And also realize
And
that
also, the hormones is a lot. It's very expensive. It's a very taxing process.
on
Like
your
it is
body, yeah,
on
it is.
relationships. Like it is. He said they went straight from honeymoon to baby, 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 baby. It was like
It's a
no,
lot.
yeah.
She asked a lot of him in that
And they were not
time,
married,
and that's the bottom line. There's a big difference between
so he's not even as
being
bought
married and
in
married.
as you. And even if you are married, sometimes you wouldn't be as bought
It's
in.
it can also be
Yeah,
taxing even on
married couple.
younger
Yes,
couples who
yes,
don't have kids
yes.
and want this. It's
So,
it's it's a lot. But I think she became a little obsessive about it.
which happens.
It does.
Like I think a
I
lot of people
mean,
who are going through it do become obsessive about it. So I
and the
am
thing
in.
about it, Dr. Jackie suggested to her years ago to freeze her eggs,
I'm not
but
surprised because Jackie always go give some
I
medical
guess
advice.
she assumed
She would meet her person
yeah.
sooner than she did. Well, clearly he
Hmm.
also wasn't her person, but she thought she would meet a viable person sooner than she did. And
She should have froze her eggs.
or at
So
least at 40 froze them.
that you're not,
45,
obsessive
46, girl.
or just choosing anybody to
At
have a
least
child
at
because
40,
yeah, yeah.
she should have
I
frozen them.
I I don't think that I would. I don't know. I think that there comes a time when you said,
You have to
okay,
let it go.
this missed me, and it's okay,
Yeah.
and you can find other avenues to, you know,
Try to become a
to
parent or just get
nurture.
be involved
Yeah,
with kids or
whether
your
it be
niece and
foster
nephews.
kids, whatever it is. Um, so but so, it happens a lot,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate that it probably
Because it is
have
something she
destroyed a
wants, but
relationship.
if the body ain't working, the body ain't working. I don't
Yeah.
know what to tell you.
I'm sorry that worked. I also he did a little dig there
Yeah.
that you mentioned. I didn't like that. That's not
Yeah.
necessary.
In the
Grown men don't
comments,
operate that
in
way.
the comments, he was saying like he's the one that said that they had broken up. I don't, from my knowledge, I haven't heard her comment on it at
No,
all.
I haven't heard that comment.
I am intrigued at the reunion. I'm sure he'll be there.
Or not,
Um,
depending on
I'm
what
intrigued to see
happened.
what the breakdown was. If it was that or if it was something
Mm-hmm.
completely unrelated.
Doubt it.
Um,
But
because if it was just that, I don't get the digs because that's just like a difference of
exactly.
lifestyle. That's not like a dig
But some people just get
situation.
nasty, which is
Unless that's what I'm saying. How did it devolve and then where did it go? Because wanting to break up over kids, that's not a you're a terrible person, I'm a terrible person. That's just we have a difference.
right.
Um, but the comments would suggest that it did not end in
Well,
a yeah. So I'm intrigued by that.
I guess all them 10 million time a day is having sex didn't help, huh?
Because it became a job. So we're now going to transition into the advice portion. We are trying to come up with a name for it. So what do y'all think? Two takes, pull up a chair, the open seat. Let us know which one
So the first
sounds.
one is two takes.
Yeah,
Pull up a chair.
the open seat.
The open seat. Okay.
So yeah, tell us which one we should name like this segment.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a couple of different things. I have a what would you do? Because this is something that could have happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to know what you would have done.
Okay.
There's this girl I follow on TikTok. She has 5 kids. Her last set of kids were twins.
Mm.
After that, that was 4 and 5.
Right.
So after that, she tied the tubes, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
She's not pregnant. She had a tubal ligation. The tube's supposed to be gone. She's not pregnant. And she
They
was
didn't burn them?
I think they're gone. She was like, I don't.
How long after, I wonder?
Her twins are like, I think about to be 3, maybe 2, 3. I mean, but
That's
the whole
usually because normally that happens like years after you've had a tubal ligation, where it used to be able to kind of come back together. But that's why they started burning them. Like mine were burnt. I wasn't taking any chances. They're burnt, but there was a time they actually used to tie them. But I doubt they tie them
yeah.
anymore because she's pregnant. She's married, I'm
No,
assuming.
she's not married.
So who the 5 baby for?
That's not here.
Different people.
That's neither nor here for the story.
It does make a difference.
No, it doesn't.
If you're having your 6th child in a committed relationship that you have 5 kids with somebody, it's very different to
No, that has
being
nothing.
pregnant for this
Here's
one hit
it
wonder.
has nothing to do with whether or not you would have the child. The point being is you literally tie your tubes because you're like, I don't want any more children.
Especially after 5.
I don't want any more children. It is supposed to be the best birth control there is, you know? So then to pop up pregnant when you got the tubes removed is like, huh?
So what did she do?
She said she don't know what she gonna do.
She better figure it out fast.
Yeah. Because, yes, obviously she had because she didn't want any more kids. But then she's like, I mean, if the baby was created through all this, I didn't have no tubes. Is that a sign that I should keep this baby? So she doesn't really know what she's gonna do.
What's the difference between 5 and 6 anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, when you have 5 kids, what's the 6th?
But what would you have done if after they tied your tubes, a couple years later you had popped up pregnant again?
You know me, I have to have it. Because to me, that is God.
But what would have been like your initial, like how shocked would you?
Oh, there would be a lot of clots. Like, what the... But...
And that's what she was asking the doctor, like, how did this happen? They were like, well, you know, sometimes the egg just finds a way.
What? That child was meant to be here. I mean, you've got to believe that. And again, what's the difference between 5 and 6?
Yeah. But isn't that crazy?
And
do all the things crazy. To take the steps to not get pregnant.
So again. What is her next step now? She's not have a 7th?
Right? Like, what do you do now? Because clearly, she's gonna have to just do a whole hysterectomy.
You can't have a whole hysterectomy just to avoid pregnancy.
I would. Because how can you take the chance again?
She have to take out I just don't know.
How you have to take out the house.
The whole house, burn it down.
You took out the roads, they still found the way to the house. You gotta take out the house.
It's funny. Sad funny, but funny.
You took out the roads, but they still found a way to the house. You gotta take the house out. That's hysterectomy. That's the old like.
And this is something that happened recently.
Yes, like she's currently in going through it right now, and trying to decide whether or not she will have this child.
First of all, her doctor needs to check and see what's going on to make sure
she went to the doctor. Everything is fine.
Would be healthy.
She went to the doctor. They said everything is fine.
She is a baby making machine.
Yes, she's just very Berto.
I don't know what to tell her.
She got
to go back to good old condoms and pills.
No, I'd be getting a hysterectomy. I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to that. I'm not going. I would be having a hysterectomy. Put me in menopause 35.
It's not that easy for everybody.
I'm
though.
Not.
There's a lot
after
of
6 kids,
which I'm assuming she's young.
Yes.
You don't want to have to do a hysterectomy when you're young.
I did the other way. That still did not work. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know what to tell her.
It would just have to be a hysterectomy.
Good old latex skin. She doesn't go back to that. It's fine. It's fine.
If the tubes being gone ain't stopping pregnancy, I really feel like the other stuff will not work. Because that is supposed to be more permanent. So
are they going to reburn these tubes?
I have no idea.
The doctor would have to tell me there's something that they can do other than a hysterectomy to guarantee. Other than that, she needs to be in somebody's book or write a book. So, I mean, yeah.
I would just tell them take it all out. Take it all out. Take it all out. Take it all out. And I would get rid of the period. And I would get rid of the period too. Take it all out. Take it all out.
There's a way they can
just
do
get me on that hormone. Get me on the hormone.
Where they stump the womb, so it's just like barren land.
Get the hormone therapy on track. Yeah,
it should be fine. Should be fine. But that child was meant to be here. Bottom line.
Yeah, but
that child was.
We gotta
destined
something
to
has
be
to stop
here.
the factory, Lord.
Damn. That's a shocker. That's truly a shocker.
You go you have a lot of kids, so you make sure you don't have no more by getting rid of the tubes, and you still get pregnant naturally.
I've seen that happen. It can happen,
but Lord.
Well, whoever partner, she has to make sure that your partner has a vasectomy too, maybe.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she needs.
But she's not married, so I don't know how much you can ask a person to.
Well, that's true. If you want to date me, you need to have a vasectomy.
Yeah. So I don't know how far you can tell somebody to do that. I think if she was married, yes, that might be a
Right. That's a
viable
very valuable
option.
option.
But
Well, I wish her luck. What's next on the agenda?
this week, AITI has returned. So this one is a little different than the past ones we've done, but still very interesting. So it is, am I the a-hole for withholding sex from my partner? He said, I know how it sounds, but hear me out.
It's a man. Okay.
Yes, I, 29 male, have been with my partner, 31 female, for nearly a decade. We get along great and are a great match on pretty much everything except sex. The first few years, we both had a high sex drive and had sex very often. Unfortunately, for the past 6 years or so, my partner went from high libido to very low. At first, I questioned this and she blamed it on stress due to current events in our life, mainly money troubles, but we overcame our hurdles and we are now in a good place financially. And I know she is happy with where she is now life wise, but her libido has not returned. Now, I like to think I'm not an idiot, so I tried many ways to get her out of this funk: romantic dinners, massages, outings, flirting, bought toys, whatever you can think. I probably tried it. And not in the I did this for you, so now you owe me sex way either. I genuinely like making her happy. I love her. But the point remains, if she was not in the mood to begin with, she won't be in the mood, period. At some point, I took it personally. Sure, she might say, it's not you. I've not lost interest in you. You could bring me anyone and I'd still turn them down, but rejection hurts. There is only so many times you can initiate and be shot down before it feels bad to even try. I did nudge her to check if it's a hormone thing, but she doesn't think there is anything wrong with her and that it's normal to not want to have a lot of sex as you get older.
That's the problem.
So we are kind of at an impasse and have been for years now. Now, here's where I may be the a-hole. 29 days a month, she will not be interested, but every month for a day or two, she will be well in the mood. And on those days, she will initiate and make it very clear she wants to do the deed. And even if I'm not really in the mood, she will force the issue. You always want to have sex, why not today? But for the past 8 months or so, whenever those days come, I turn her down. I made it clear that once or twice a month is not enough for me, and it might as well be zero. And it's not fair to be constantly shot down and only do stuff on her terms. She says it's not fair to expect sex from her when she is not in the mood, which I don't think there's nothing worse than pity sex. And I'm withholding sex when we both want it out of spite. That's what she's alleging. I try to explain that it's not revenge or spite, but I'm not okay with the status quo. And frankly, it's a big turnoff to know that if we do it today, it'll be a month before she's interested again. And to be honest, when I say no to her advances and she hasn't been satisfied, she is more flirty and pays me more attention, and it feels good to be desired. She says I'm being selfish and I'm tearing our relationship apart. A little sex is better than no sex, whereas what I'm doing will lead us to breaking up. I don't want to break up with her, but I also can't stand going back to the way things were. So is he the a-hole?
How old are these people?
29 and 31.
They're young people. She needs to go to the doctor. She definitely has something going on with her, and she needs to address it. She's being selfish.
Yeah, by not saying.
And he's being petty. But he needs to insist that they go to the doctor together or get therapy or something.
But he has. But if she keeps saying, I don't have a problem, I don't have a problem.
Well, if you don't go to the doctor, we need to do something more drastic. You really just got.
But that's what he's doing.
Yeah, but that's petty.
But how is that petty once you've done everything else that is mature? How is that petty? This has been 6 years now, not 6 months, 6 years.
That's crazy that he's even still there.
So
she's lucky that he's still there.
So this is not like, this has been 6 years, not 6 months.
Just young people.
So he's tried to romance her. He's tried being like, baby, you need to go to the doctor.
They need to probably get marriage counseling and have the counselor tell her that she needs to go, that she's being selfish.
I feel like if she don't even want to go to a physical doctor, I don't know how inclined she'd be to go to a mental doctor.
Well, guess what? If you don't think that you need to do therapy,
he might just have to leave the situation.
For your marriage, whether you think you need it or not.
I don't know if they're married or not, but
it sounds like they're married.
They just said they've been together for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't really change the notion.
It doesn't, but it does.
But he can easily, he can more easily walk away.
Because, it doesn't sound like they have kids.
No. He did say, in an update, he did say, we don't have children.
So
this is not like she's tired off from, like.
So where we're going with this, Because if I'm dealing with this at 31, I'm not about to
Before
deal with this
children.
for 20 more years.
Yes.
You being stubborn and selfish. So no, if in for me in that situation, no married, no kids, and I'm 31, I'm hitting the road, Jack, and I'm a woman.
I
So
think, and
I'm
it's
hitting the
and more
road,
than the
and you
actual
don't want any kind of no.
more than the actual topic of sex, I think the issue is just the reluctance to do anything about it on her
Exactly,
end.
it's selfish.
Yeah.
You're not trying to resolve the situation. She's happy, I guess, with her once a month. She's happy with
Yes,
that.
because that's on her terms. Like you said,
Yeah,
like you're doing everything on your
yeah.
terms.
But you know, first of all, you just want to you cohabiting with someone and you only want it once a month at that age.
Something is
There's
wrong.
something else going on in that relationship that they need to deal with or walk away
I
from.
don't think it's in the relationship. She could have a physiological issue, but she's not going to the
She don't
doctor
want
to
to deal
figure it
with it,
out.
and I will leave her with it.
Yes.
Bottom line, sometimes you gotta walk away. Especially, I mean, the bottom line, you're not married, you're not married.
Yeah, so it's easier to leave.
It's a lot easier.
And you are still young.
And you're very young. I wouldn't waste one more day
Yeah.
with because that doesn't bode well for their relationship going forward in
No.
any event. If
And it's unfortunate because it is something that could be easily rectified
exactly.
in the way of like just going to a doctor, maybe getting just some hormone
Yes.
replacement or even something to just try to
Yeah.
get it
She herself would
going.
be surprised at how
Yeah.
simple.
And that's the thing, if it was flipped, I'm sure that's what she would require him to do.
Oh, big time.
So,
She would not have stood around this long.
no.
So, but people are selfish. This is what happens.
Yeah. I
You
don't think he's
know,
the a-hole. I don't, especially
I don't
because
think he is at
I
all.
think he turned to being petty as a
He's
last
a little
resort.
petty, but I wouldn't say he's an
I don't even think
asshole.
I don't even think he's petty. I think he's doing it as a last resort to like wake somebody up to like, this is not
Doesn't look
working
like it's
for me.
working
I'm like,
though.
yeah. Because you've done all the nice ways, so now
Mm.
you're having to feel like you have to
It's
force
been a
the
long
issue.
time that he
Yes.
has gone through this. That's 6 years. Your whole 20s, you've gone through this. Yeah, no.
Now to our segment, heart to heart. So, what is your question for me this week?
My question to you was: is there a moment that you remember? It can be fleeting. It can be whatever it was, but just a moment in time that you probably just felt proud that I was your mother.
Um, that's really like an everyday thing.
No, sometimes it's just like one little thing that you're like, oh,
No, I
that
know what you're
moment.
saying. I'm never not proud that you're my mom. That's one.
I know. Generally,
Yeah,
yeah.
like hoochie. I see the other people's situation. I'm thank God. Because I'm very grateful that I have the mother that I have. I'm trying to think. If anything, I would just say like I'm proud of like if anything happens or happened that was like big, we never felt a difference in our life. When you got divorced, I didn't have to change schools. I didn't have to change houses. I didn't
The lights
have to
didn't
change.
turn off.
I didn't have to change my life. Like I didn't have to like help out. Like none of those things that
Mhm.
sometimes happens with other
Yeah, and I
people in those
mean, not
situations.
that would be a situation for you not to be proud of a mother because you're
Yeah, things.
legitimate.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
blessed that I
yeah.
was able to handle whatever.
You very much do the absolute most to make sure we don't feel it.
Yeah, because it was my responsibility to make sure you didn't. And there were, I mean, as you've known as you've grown older, there was some really tough times that I had to navigate. But that was my job as an
Mm-hmm.
adult and as a parent to protect you from. And, God was good. He gave me the answers that I needed, provided resources
No, I
when I
mean that's real.
needed.
Whether
So,
good or bad, I have not experienced much change in my life.
right.
Like I have,
There's been a lot of predictability.
yes, I'm a person who does like I'm more of a stable person, like a person who likes her comforts in general. But
Likes her comforts.
yeah, in
Yes, she
general,
does.
to know that like there's a constant
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is like a very it makes life going through life much easier.
Yeah, you're not big on surprises and, shifting
It's not even
gears.
surprises, but to just have like a baseline and like a constant in your life. Like I know at any age, if I like didn't have $1, I could go home.
Right.
and like
Right.
still be would be taken care of. Obviously I don't plan for that, but like
Yeah.
to know that like
That's very
there's just
important.
always
Yeah.
there, and a lot of people unfortunately do not always don't
No,
have that.
no, no,
When
no.
they leave, their mama's like, and don't come back.
And they're serious.
So you know, it's like, or don't ask me for this, or don't do this, and don't do that. Like it's a lot of
there's no way I could be that absolute,
no, yeah.
you know, for better or for worse,
Yeah.
with it,
Especially not
especially
over
legitimate
yeah.
situation. You know, I I've seen that, and I'm always like, wow, you know, I don't think I could do that with my friends' kids. Never
No.
mind my own. If my friends' kids
Kids needed
needed a
somewhere.
place, I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay,
Please.
come on,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, I'm not leaving. No, no, I
Yeah.
can't. You know, I'm not capable of
No.
that anyway. So.
And I'm like, not when it comes to like,
No,
yeah, like when you know people as children, or you go with people as
not leaving
children.
my black child on the street. You know, just because I gonna show you.
So yeah, just kind
But
of proud that you really are my mother, because I'm telling you, I see situations where it's like, Lord have mercy.
really,
Yeah,
it's them bad out in them
it
streets.
is.
And unfortunately, parents reflect what they
Yeah,
lived, and it
nobody's perfect.
passes down through the generations, and hurt
Yeah,
people, and all of it. And if you don't love yourself sufficiently, you can't really love your
love it.
child
Yeah,
sufficiently. It's just not humanly
possible. Yeah,
possible. So I thank God for it, because I was summarily blessed. So um, I'm glad for that.
thank God for you all the time. Because life would be so much harder. Oh God.
Well, I think you'd make it through
Yeah,
regardless.
but it'd be harder and
Yeah,
like
and it was
terrible.
just you'd lose your joy.
Yeah, like
And there's nothing. We can make a lot of things in life work, but when it takes your joy, then it becomes joyless. You do it, but joy is missed, and life is really about joy. I think we're all designed by God to have joy and peace in our life. And that's why walking around talking about, oh, I'm stressed, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm anxious, that's not God's plan for you. God's plan for you is joy and peace. So when that doesn't exist, it's not for you. That's it.
and that's a good place to wrap it up, y'all.
Wrap it
Hope you
up.
received the message. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube. Please. That is how we grow. That's how we become bigger. That is how we quit our jobs. Turn on the post notifications so you can see every time we post. We post every Monday at 11 a.m. to be specific. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We post clips from the podcast on there. You can also listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. So in case you like audio, you can also listen to us there. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Hope you had a great Valentine's. Bye.